What's this here? A little soldier come wandering down the coast? Sure, I'm a soldier. We all are, or were more like, until we found better use for a sword and shield. You'd better get word to Mad Hast in the customs house. Him and his will want to know. They always do. Damned theory.
You look like you've been in some tight spots. There's a bounty out on a damn set of deserters. What do you say? In through Verki's water gates? I'd have thought those gates sealed in the wreckage when Verki fell. Well, well, well. A fact of life. There are cowards and lying rogues, and that's that. But when they up and run with things of value, that's another thing altogether. Haven't you been? You can feel something in you begin to rot the moment you set foot over there. At least I did. I did 5 years in Cluricon. Then I got this post back here, seeing fresh recruits trained and off to war. Look at it, scarred and singed as a blacksmith's hand. That is what you get from war. 5 full crew of fresh recruits had the gall to get fully equipped on our gold coin before they up and ran. The turntails, arms, and armor we can do without. But I'm afraid we also gave each crew a bottle of bog staunch. That's what I need recovered. Cure for a sickness that strikes some the moment they enter Cluricon. Devilish hard to make. We can't have fool deserters running off with any. So you do, so you do. Find me all 5 bottles, and you've got your bounty. Those fools have run off down the coast, I imagine, hiding here and there. There are things in the air in Cluricon. It doesn't strike everyone, but some get awfully sick their first days there. Bog staunch gets them through it, so we pack a jug with every crew we send over there. They'll be up and down the Tawili coast, I think, hiding where they damn well can.
Well, she does dance. The traveler's life. Nothing finer. Not in Rathir, not anywhere, my friend. Free of foot and light of heart we are. They might barter, trade, and whisper secrets up in Rathir town. But it's to Moon Camp they come for dance and laughter and song. Why, the way is right there, where the red gold flags are flying. You'll find fine musicians, mesmerizing dancers. Fine lads and lasses all. None of the mischief you might have heard tell of, not here. A fine city for what it is. A bit dull and proper, mind you, and the city watch don't take kindly to fun of any kind.
Did you think the whole army was across the water in Cluricon? No, I'm afraid some of us are stuck here in Dol they Arn in Rathir. While it's true we Alpha lead, many humans proudly fill our ranks. All mortals unite against the damned Tuatha Fae. No one's quite sure why Sully rebelled against us. A lot of the soldiers are feeling fatigued, though, after fighting for so long. That's why most join with Freemen. The Freemen are a rogue group of our own soldiers who have grown disenfranchised by the war and decided it's easier to cause trouble at home than to keep the Tuatha at bay. Used to belong to House Arn, but that soft sot that inherited wanted nothing to do with it. His loss, the army's gain. I know they're as cooped up there as we are here, but someday that siege will lift. I want to be there when it does. They're not mortal for one, nor sane either. I've seen them firsthand.
A foulness unknown to Tyrion's tired pilgrims lumbered in the plains. Laboured grunts trumpeted the call of brutish Jotun, the giant-kin of old. The hammer-wielders, in grievous march they trampled wood and tumbled stone. The fleshy weight of steppes crushed the bones of warriors past. Kelleran's legion spread too thin. Beala's prayers went unanswered, and the fear of death came too easily with the heavy step of the hill-dwellers. Discovered the greatest heights of magical power. I achieved everything and anything I desired, except to find one of them again. And inevitably, someone would remind me through their ugliness that somewhere, something as beautiful and perfect as that divine spirit existed. People will hurt you. People will try to use you. But this thing was different. Yes, I could trust it, and it would protect me from the callousness of others.
Good tidings.
I'll make it back to the front eventually. I'd be there. sooner if I could.
What am I going to do? I've got to be going, but I can't. And I can't go back to Doveyan, but I must. It was my home. That was before I deeded it to the Alfar army and went to Rathir with my pocket full of gold. It went 10 years untouched by the Tuatha foe. That's common knowledge. 10 years stuck in a cold stone prison was how I saw it. I am the rightful heir to Doveyan. Or I was, at any rate. I've spent the last few years in lovely old Rathir, pretending, like a fool, nothing would change. Honestly, I feel like a hare hunted by hawks out here. Nothing like it anywhere in Amalur, I promise you. Beauty, elegance, wisdom. There's no putting it to words, really. The war, my friend. The war. I've been called. The truth is, I should have been gone days ago. Only I'd be far more eager for the adventure if I had my family arms with me. They're in there, Doveyan. Ancestral staff and talisman. What any self-respecting Arn's worn to battle since time immemorial. If I hadn't left them somewhere in that damned tower, I'd be wearing them now. I'm not supposed to be here. I ought to have shipped out days ago. That's what I've been trying to say. I need, well, want, to get my family arms and slip off before anyone knows I was here. Only, how? You're serious, aren't you? Well, with any luck, the old staff and talisman are still in one piece back there, though I have my doubts. I'd pay just to know if they are or not. Thing is, Doveyan's an official army post now. To get in, you'll need an officer's pass. Arn family history's riddled with this cursed war. My father and brothers have done so much for the cause, I shouldn't have to lift a finger. By tradition, an Arn bears staff and talisman to battle. My brother bore them in Oriator's stand and died of his wounds 3 days after. Only I left them in Doveyan when I gave it to the army. Goodness only knows where they are, or what shape they're in now. Well, you need to get into Doveyan. For that, you'll need an officer's pass. You might borrow one. Or get hold of a forgery. Mooncamp might be good for that. Hurry if you can. They might find me any moment.
Time may sap this country dry and night put out its spark. Still one valley will not be changed. For in its depth lies buried all the magic from these lands. And I will call it Gallifore, and it will sing my dying song long after all the rest is dust.
This here's Doveyan. You an officer? Got an officer's pass? No pass, no entry. I gave my captain back chalk once, just once. And what do I get? 3 months guard duty, day and night. It's a privilege to wear the steel helm. All who do should be proud. This here's our base, barracks and storehouse west of the Forian Strait. It played a bigger role back when the war raged where you and I stand now. But that was near on 10 years back. That's right, officers only. If you've got a pass, show it here. An hard night drinking in Rathir, was that it? Woke up with less in your pockets than you used to have? If I had a gold piece every time. We see that, especially from your sort, just back from the front. Well, have this pass we keep for visiting dignitaries. And try not to drink so much. That's right, you're allowed.
Fresh recruits stay here sometimes. So damn far. So damn far.
So, you got in old Dove arm then? I hope it wasn't much trouble. Were you able to recover my arms? The staff wasn't rotted through, was it? That's it! No mistaking this old piece of wood. I feel braver just holding it in my hands. And the talisman? Did you find it in its place? Ah, wonderful. I couldn't say how many blades and arrows this saved my family from. I'll feel safer with it on my arm, all the same. Here, have this for your troubles. The name of Arn kept me safe until now, but a war is a hungry beast, and I suppose it was in my cards to be called sooner or later. Life in a fortress sounds grand, but I'd take Rathir, with its fetes and food and fair-eyed ladies, any day. And Lyria guard us both.
What's this? All the bog staunch? I knew I could trust you. I'll take that, and here's your gold then.
Looking to buy? Need to do any trade? I have some items for sale, or I can buy if you're looking to fence some items. Common knowledge that the travelers are known as thieves, but it isn't the only life you have to lead. We've traders, bards, and jugglers as well. Irian's a good enough bard and a clever thief, but he's not quite a leader, especially with Mare gone. We're performers at heart in Mooncamp. Bards, jugglers, tumblers, dancers, all performing for the glory of the Hierophant. One of the few ways to earn coin with this war on. Bit hard for us to ply other trades with the soldiers at Dolve Arn breathing down our necks. Mare, she's one of the most talented thieves we've got. I can't say we don't miss her skill. Always a few odds and ends happening there. Hard to feel like you aren't being watched with the city looming over us. That's why you have to control the show. Come again.
There's a bit to do around here if you're not a stageling gloryboat like some. Min likes to dice, and Aaron's got a fair bit of shop. A great traveller's name is on the lips of every tavern maid given enough time. They're the ones with true legacy. Runs the show, literally. Thinks we should all be in garters and lip paint. His wife, Mare, used to keep him in control, but now she's left him. Can't imagine why. Mooncap is fine. I mean, it seems all the travellers would rather rob a noblewoman's rouge than her purse, but I'm not judging. The leadership here does lap up the words of the Hierophant, though, like a bunch of mangy curs looking for a morsel. Mare? Well, she seems like a talented enough woman, but she's soft-headed for that damned Hierophant. I heard about her leaving Irion. Maybe the time away from the old seer will give her some clear thought, for once. Good riddance.
Looking to buy?
A thief may turn a lock, a brigand steal a key, but a bard can steal your heart for but a little fee. A sullied order, the untouched caste, but rest assured we shall outlast. Live on your feet as we are told, while using hand to steal the gold. The unknown provider, the stalwart seer, the anonymous guider, the brigand's dear, a diviner of our quarry, and assuager of our worries. Irion is a man who weeps the sadness that a lifetime reaps. His wife, his love, his other half, is gone and took his laugh. This camp is home to bards and singers all, tumblers and jugglers and curtain calls. Goodbye. Fly high.
Fancy you.
A greeting for our meeting.
Well, now look at this. Don't suppose you've come to make a purchase or trade? Think I've done all I can for you, stranger.
Someone off the road. Tell me, do you have any peasant clothes that you're looking to get rid of? I can pay you for them. Their words are often in the ears of common folk, and their songs play in the hearts of all. Irion is one of Mooncamp's leaders, But the other, Mare, has left us. And it gets worse. Mare was also Irion's wife. I mean, how would you feel? It's a wonder a man like Irion could weather it. I used to find good work in Rathir, but the travelers here have a real passion for the art of performance. I'm happier here. Mare might have been co-leader of the camp, but she's no performer. She's a thief, through and through. It might have worn on her to be surrounded with folk like us. Guess it just wasn't a good fit. Indeed. It is not clothes so much as cloth. I'm a tailor by trade, and from my hands are born the costumes and curtains of our fair camp. But the players of our camp are always in need of new articles of dress. I need lots of material, and quickly. Bring me some peasant clothes and I can rework the material with relative ease. What say you? You mean truly? It's been a while since I've had any good material to work with. I await your findings. If I knew, I wouldn't need you around to find them for me, would I? I think if you poke around, you'll dig some up. Pleasant journeys. What is this specimen before me? I can only think that you were the skilled one the Hierophant said I was to expect. If only you had come sooner, then you might have helped to keep my mare's heart here. It takes a brave sort to be a traveler. We've all left something behind, or made the sacrifices we had to, or had nowhere else to turn. But more than that, a traveler needs presence. We need to command attention, to perform under spotlight, even from the shadows. The Hierophant directs all of the travelers, a director of our cues and exits, of our motivations and actions. It is well known that the Hierophant commands us because of a vision of the work from start to end, a prophecy to tell us what to steal. May the Hierophant's gaze find my wife, for what a wretch I have become. I am more like a king of ants than anything else. There is nothing I can say to describe how I pine for her. Would that I be sundered like the Rathir battlefield, that I could escape this anguish. Oh, nothing I should be bothering you with. After all you've accomplished in Star Camp, what's so special about a broken-hearted Alpha? I should tell you more about what mission you're to be. Oh, you must give me a moment. Mare, my poor, lovely Mare. My Queen of Cups, the once joint leader of Moon Camp, my wife. Happy we were in the years we were wed, yet sad we were in the hours. She was of a noble family, and I their jester. We fell in love, eloped, and joined the only ones who did not shun our love, the travelers. But of late, the stress of this life has finally taken its toll. She left me, and this camp, to seek refuge in the Temple of Lyria. I'm in no state to be aiding you right now. I should be alone. I still need some time. Very well. Go to the Hierophant Shrine and pray. There you will receive portents of the next mission from our Grand Leader. You must pray at the Hierophant Shrine. There you will divine the targets of your thefts. Goodbye.
The cards foretold of an arrival. That would be you, I suppose. We travelers spend our lives out of doors, on roads and camps and fields. ever moving, ever roving. The leader of the travelers, the shepherd to our flock. The Hierophant is anonymous and leads from behind a veil. Irian is the leader of this camp. He is a true master of the stage, but a cunning thief as well, in his own way. We've traveled far and wide to make camp in the shadow of Rathir. From here, we do much trade. Mare was the leader of this camp along with our king, Irian. But fate ripped their paths apart, and now they are separate. Is there a petition before me? Ah, yes, but it is strange. You seem cloaked in shadow, hidden from my gaze. Ah, it is you, Shade. We are far from the woods of Dalentarth. I see you are eager to serve your guide. Yes, and come far from Star Camp. Moon Camp is a home to true travelers, faithful and talented. I have seen the items which you must steal. The Chalice of Forced Vintage from the lower city, and the Signet Ring of Wyvern Gift from the upper city. And lastly, you must steal the Cowl of the Maiden from the Temple of Lyria. These treasures are my blessing to this camp. The Chalice of Forced Vintage is said to take any liquid poured into it and transform it into fine wine. It is currently in possession of a peddler named Weinrich in Rathir's Seafoam Tavern. Relieve it of him. It is the signet ring of the Wyvern Gifts, one of the great houses of Rathir. The Patriarch Ebsel is a social man. You will have to take the ring from him away from prying eyes. The Cowl of the Maiden is a ceremonial cowl belonging to the Temple of Lyria. It is only worn on solemn occasions of the lunar eclipse. I fear that you are not its only predator. Mayor Ganon seeks the cowl as well. You are not the only thief that is pursuing the Cowl of the Maiden. There is also Mayor Ganon, formerly of Moon Camp. The calamities of Irian's and Mayor's relationships are not unknown to me. Resolve them and you may have an easier time.
Care a wager?
Salutations.
Fancy a game of dice? Got a few coin in my pocket that I'm feeling a little loose with. I was a waif once, a cutpurse from the streets of Rathir before the travelers spoke with me. They've become the family I never knew. The man's supposed to be leading this camp, but all he can do is weep. He's taken the loss of Mare hard enough. The coast's been torn ragged by war and fire. It's the least Moon Camp can do to bring some color and motley to the area. Oh, aye. Mare's is a real song of storybook romance, but looks like things soured between her and Irian. Ain't too complicated. We roll 2 dice. If we're playing high roll, then the highest roll wins. No surprises there. For range roll, you pick a range of numbers to roll between. Simple as that. The standard dice is fair. High roll and ranged roll. Each is played on 2 dice. For high roll, the highest roller, well, wins. And for ranged roll, you pick the numbers you'll roll within.
Oh, a clever one you are. Fine. Here, we'll use these dice instead. Honest, I assure you. Aye, then let's get to rolling. What do you want to play? Very well. May the best dice win. Hope you like your chances. A loss? I don't understand. The dice always show what I want them to. Well, fine. Take your winnings. Another time, another game.
There is so little in this world a man can teach, and even less a man can learn. I've done all I can for you. Bear these dark times well. Well now, there are many in the Travelers with clever hands, but in Mooncamp we value a silver tongue above all. Irian's wife left him, so it seems. Wouldn't be that bad, save the fact that she's also a leader of the camp. Irian's so busy pining after her that we've got nothing to do. Don't suppose we can get her back, can we? The stage is never silent in Mooncamp, and Rathir watches us from a distance. Ever the audience, you could say. Seems that Mare left Irion. Odd enough. When they first came to Mooncamp, they were like lovers from some ballad. The art of the haggle is just another form of performance, and that is where we excel here at Mooncamp. The coast was torn apart by the war. It's now a wasteland for scavengers, refugees, and soldiers. Farewell.
What's needed?
Would you care to sell? Sorry, I mean buy. Would you care to buy something? Come again.
Stay dry.
That's the army barracks there in Dolvayard. They've also
You
got
haven't
an
got
officer's hall
both
in
sides.
Rathir on
You
the
can't
hill.
have just one.